and see your little game for one. How lonely it must be.
Hi, and welcome to Coffee Break with Candace. I am here today with two incredible musicians and their twins. I know, I'm excited too. So, they just played a song from their new album, The Storm Within, and it was called Gasoline. And honey, I'm going to need some more details on this title and where the inspiration comes for this song. Please welcome to the show, Annie and Kate.
Hi.
Welcome, welcome. Tell us who you are.
So I'm Annie. And I'm Kate.
Awesome, awesome. And you guys are twins?
Yes. We are.
All right. And so you've been writing songs for how long?
I think about 5 years. Yeah, I think that's right.
Wow. You guys are pros. That's
Thank
so
you.
awesome.
Thank you.
So how did you guys get started in music?
Well, I kind of like to say by accident, but you know how fate works.
Mm-hmm.
I had motor issues as a child. And so after going through occupational therapy for a few years, my parents decided to give us piano lessons. So, I mean,
and a keyboard.
Yes. And she was always singing, so it worked out for her. And from there, I think they assumed, like many children, we would eventually get bored and quit.
Mm-hmm.
But that took
But no.
a very different turn.
And actually, in fact, we just kept adding more and more instruments.
Did you really?
Which is probably not what they expected.
So what instruments do you guys play?
Well, I play, as we saw, I play hand drum, and that one's called djembe. And then both of us play piano, like Annie said, and then we both sing as well. And we did high school band for a while. So she played flute, I played clarinet,
Oh,
and then
wow.
Annie plays a lot. she plays a lot of different things. But why don't you say?
I think you covered most of them, and also guitar, acoustic and electric, and bass. And then we both know a little ukulele. Emphasis
a little bit.
Wow, like sort of overachievers here. I mean, I don't want to.
A little bit.
Yeah, like okay. So I sing. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. No worries. I don't feel bad about myself. But no, it is really awesome that you guys play so many instruments. And
Thank you.
yeah, of course we're amazing in the song Gasoline.
Thank you.
So tell me about this new album.
Well, this album, since it is our coming-of-age album, because we're turning 18 this year and graduating high school,
Awesome.
so a lot of the songs on there are kind of mainly about growing up and different experiences with, I guess, the entering the phase 2 into your next life after childhood.
Wow. So who did the writing?
We
for
both
this
did.
50-50.
Yeah.
50-50?
Actually, split down the middle, 50-50.
You're kidding.
3 and 3, yeah.
Wow.
And it's so funny because we don't write together.
No.
We don't write songs
Huh.
together, which many
Interesting.
people, and it's not a bad thing. It's just that we both have different writing styles and
Absolutely, sure.
But it was fun.
Wow.
And I'm really happy with this one. It's my favorite.
Me too.
Really. So because you performed it, and like I said, I am just want to hear more about it. what is the inspiration for Gasoline?
Gasoline is actually my personal favorite. That was at the time we were writing it about a angry situation that we had encountered. It was sort of a disagreement. So we kind of wrote about that experience.
Wow.
Not between us.
Yeah.
It was with somebody else.
Sure,
but
sure. Yeah, but that's pretty powerful.
Thank you.
Wow, wow. And how long did it take you to write Gasoline?
Well, so that one, so I started it about a year ago.
Uh-huh.
It was actually for an assignment for school.
Really?
It was a creative writing
School.
assignment. And so it was kind of a free write thing. So I spent a class period working on that. Left it untouched for a little while. I'd say June or July. Picked it up again and finally finished it. And then some of the guitar work is stuff I've had like in the back of my mind for a couple of years and just have never gotten around to using.
Wow, that's so cool. So now, Kate, tell us about your favorite song on the album that you wrote and your inspiration.
Well, I kind of had two favorite songs, and Yesterday was mine, and Strangers with Memories was also mine.
Wow.
And Yesterday for a long time was my absolute favorite, and it's funny because my own song had to grow on me, but Strangers grew on me, and it became my new favorite. And that's really about kind of a somewhat amicable split between two friends. It's really about friendships for me, and it's really like person A is saying, you know, you can bully me all you want and let it rain on me, are the lyrics of the chorus.
Wow.
And it's basically saying like, person B is maybe not handling the situation very well, and person A is saying, you know, we're not friends anymore, but I've got all these memories still, so we're strangers with memories.
Wow.
Thank you.
You guys are so deep.
Oh, thank you.
I feel like I have not written anything good yet because seriously, you guys are really just pulling from life and your experiences and creating such powerful songs. Wow.
you.
So who's inspired you?
I'd say we've had the pleasure of working with many musicians along the way. I'd say one of our biggest inspirations growing up was our former teacher, Mr. Dean Klein. He works for the American Academy of Music and Dance. And he was very big on not only teaching about music, but using music to teach life lessons about how to be a person and how to work well in the music business. And for me personally, that is why I want to eventually go into education, is because of his principles.
Oh my goodness, wow. That's awesome. And you said his name is?
Dean Klein.
Dean Klein, thank you for this. That's so awesome. And what about you?
I think I pull inspiration from like little quotes that I hear. Like Strangers with Memories, that was a phrase that I saw somewhere. And I loved it. And so that's where I really pull a lot of my my writings from, was just like quotes.
Oh no, that's so awesome.
Thank you.
That's awesome. And do you have someone that's inspired you in terms of music and your pursuit of it?
Music-wise, there's it's so many. It's really hard to narrow it down, but I think Antigone Rising growing up was a really big one.
Oh, yes.
That we our mom introduced us to, and a lot of old like classic rock like Boston, Rush, Pink Floyd. Those are Red Hot Chili Peppers. Like that's.
Really?
90s, but
yeah. That's cool.
There's a story that we usually tell during our gigs with this one Red Hot Chili Pepper song that we do, where we say our dad, back in the day of MP3 players for us. So long ago. We were young, yeah. I know.
Wow.
Yeah. But back then, I guess, our dad was putting music on our MP3 players, and we told him, if we make a list of songs, will you put them on there? And he said, sure.
Oh,
He
cool.
put like maybe 2 or 3 songs that we asked for. Instead, all of his stuff that was not on accident.
Okay, gotcha. That's hilarious. So let me ask you a question about your music. What did your parents say when you decided to pursue music?
Well, they were, when we were about 6, they were, like Annie said, the ones that gave us a keyboard and they gave us lessons. And like all kids, I think they thought we would kind of like give it up after a little while. But they really encouraged us to stay with it. And all the times where we were kind of considering doing other things, they really, really encouraged us. And we wouldn't be where we were without them.
And even at the time, I think when we were little, we had a lot of things going on, like swimming and Girl Scouts and a couple other things.
Those cookies,
And
so
like,
good.
Every year.
Yeah, and they were like, okay, I think we're at an age now where you got to pick one and see where it goes, and then that's where we ended up. And I think they would have been happy with anything, but I think with that particular route, I think they were especially encouraging and hoping that that's what we would pick.
Yeah. I don't forget a thing.
And to be honest, I mean, this whole duo Annie and Kate thing was their idea.
Really? Oh,
But that's
that's
because
so
we couldn't
great.
see it. We were like, no, we don't want to do this ourselves. That'd be so weird. Because we're used to bands.
Yeah.
So we were like, no,
Yeah.
doing it ourselves would be so weird. And now it's like, this was a really smart idea.
And even
we should have done this a long time ago.
the transition between bands and the duo was
Mhm.
definitely slightly weird for us. And it was a bit of an overlap because we're like, okay, how do we do this on our own with this experience that we've had? And even like good examples, like the first gig we had, you know, we were really prepared with the songs and the set list and everything. And then the first song was over and we're like, oh, wait a minute, one of us has to talk. We didn't talk about
We didn't do
this.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Oh, that's what we're doing here. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Wow. So, again, let's get back to the album a little bit because, again, this is so exciting. Tell me about some of the dates you have coming up as far as the CD release.
Okay. So in about 2 weeks, on February 18th, we're going to be releasing this album, even though it's already out. We're going to be releasing it at the Palladium IMAX theaters in San Antonio.
Oh, my goodness. That's awesome.
Thank you.
And then a week later on the, actually, a week later on the 25th, we're going to be releasing it in Houston, with like the Webster, Clear Lake area at Saloon Door.
Oh, wow. Okay. So if people don't want to wait till those gigs to purchase it, where can they find this?
iTunes, Spotify,
Uh-huh.
I think it's been on SoundCloud for a while. And always on our website has links to everything on there.
Okay. And what is your website?
AnnieandKate.com.
Awesome. All right. Woo. So, a couple of things I love to ask people, kind of a little off topic, just because it's fun for me, and I think it tells a little bit about who you guys are. But tell me what your favorite word is and why.
Yeah, you go first.
Well, well, there's a couple ones, and it's kind of an inside joke with my dad.
Uh-huh.
We were watching something, I can't remember what it was, but somebody said, pitch kettled? Like, and it's supposed to be like, confused, or like,
That's how I felt
flabbergasted.
when you said it.
Yeah,
Yes.
the word gives you that meaning.
Yeah.
So pitch kettled is one. I think avuncular is another one, because
Oh,
it means
wow.
of relating to uncles.
Avuncular?
I don't understand that one.
Yeah.
I think it's great though, and plethora.
Okay, I love
Yeah.
plethora.
I think my answer would be plethora.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plethora.
It's
Yes.
so fun.
Yeah, that's a fun word to say.
It
I
is.
will. Is there another word, or are you sticking with plethora?
I think I'm sticking with plethora just
Okay.
because I can't think of anything off the top of my head at the moment.
Okay.
I've thought about this answer.
I had an answer, I just can't remember it.
It's all good. And is there anything else you would like us to know about Annie and Kate? If not, I'm gonna just say I know something I'd like to know about, but you guys go first.
Okay, well, first of all, we love coffee.
Hmm.
We have a
Here.
problem, actually. Really big into football. It's
Yes.
a big thing in our
Yeah.
house. I think really just all of us are really dedicated to anything that we do. And we do
Sure.
a lot of other things other than music. Like Kate's very into law.
Really?
I just, on Friday, did a mock trial competition.
Did you?
Yes.
Oh, awesome!
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And then I have choir, and then I'm also on my school's literary magazine. And so I love writing and poetry and mostly fiction as well.
Cool. That is so amazing.
Thank
wow.
you.
And then I think I heard you said you're graduating, so you guys are headed off to college,
Yes.
right?
We are.
How will this saga continue in college?
Well, I think we won't be as busy as we were, but we still are definitely going to keep it up, because
Okay.
if we can't not do it,
Mhm.
because we love it and
Yeah.
we miss it too much.
And we're only going to be, no matter where we go, worst case scenario, we'll only be like a couple hours away from each other. So this will still work out somehow.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That sounds exciting.
Thank
wow.
you.
Well, congratulations on this new album,
Thank you.
The Storm Within. Again, you can get the album on iTunes. You said Amazon? Spotify?
Yes.
Spotify,
Okay.
Amazon, yes.
Yes.
Okay. And then on your website, and again,
Yes.
tell us your website.
AnnieandKate.com.
Okay. But thank you guys so much for
Thank
being
you for
on.
having
You.
us.
It was so fun.
No, thank you. I try to make it fun. I try to be, a fun person. And so the last thing I always like to have people do is I have a cartoon of myself. It's called Candy.
Oh, I love it.
Yes, and so I want you to sign up because my goal, of course, is to fill this up with all my artists that are here on the show, and then I will sell it for a lot of money. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway. Oh, cool.
That's so cute. How do I draw this? That's okay.
That's pretty good. We know what it is.
Wait,
We know what it is.
you can
It's
tell
good.
what it is,
It
kind
is
of.
good, yes. So thank you guys so much for tuning in to Coffee Break with Candace. Again, my guests today are Annie and Kate, two fabulous, dynamic, incredible musicians here in Austin. And we'll see you next time. There'll be other guests and other cups of coffee, obviously. What? So, see you next time.